Okay, so after receiving the Vegas spiel again, I probably should have mentioned I wanted to memorize all these. These aren't that difficult to do, but figured I'd memorize them. Tufa, varieties, blah, blah, blah. Alright, so we got that out of the way. Now we can actually get crack-lacking on this. It's been a couple days since I did the previous segment. Obviously I'm recording some of this like in advance for next week, because that's when the first segment's going to be uploaded. And at the moment, I'm trying to get the Possessed here in a situation where I can just get the 2 for bonus right now, which I just did. Now, I want to stick with the pistol here because I want to weaken them and try to get as many glory kills as I can with them. That'll get me one of the other challenges. So let's get you nice and weak, except that was the same one. You gotta perform 5 different ones. Apparently, that was different. That one was definitely different because I hit him from behind. And then from the side, I guess. Yep, break his arm, something like that. And then you can just sort of... Oh, I thought I shot the grenade there. Apparently not. Okay, so let's switch this power terminal on. And we have no control over our character at the moment. I can see 2 armor suits.
Especially now. In what will be your final moments in this world? All the rumors, the human sacrifices, the hell people, the demons. It's all true. My sisters and brothers, be thankful. You will be the first. You will have a seat alongside them, just as I will, in what will become the new world that they create for us. Starting now.
I found myself getting strangely addicted to being able to just make my mouse go frickin' free spin like this, except for some reason it's being mean and not letting me do the stuff I wanted to do with that. Whatever. Guess the game doesn't want me to have fun, except I'm having more than enough fun. Anyway, she's just going to repeat that message over and over again, so I'm just going to completely ignore it. Here we have the auto map, and up there's one of the secrets. Useful, of course, given I've got some armor. And we had to go in there because it switches all the power on over here. And that is our way to progress in this level, because we just have to open this. Now, how many more... Okay, we only have to do one more unique glory kill. So I will quickly feast upon that, and I believe that's two of the challenges done. And since there are 8 secrets, I should be able to get the 3rd one out of the way. Especially since I am approaching one of them right now. Actually, let's get rid of all the enemies here first. It's probably best to do that. Because we have another one of these doors that will lead us to a classic map. We just got to find the level for it. Keep in mind as well that this, like when you find classic maps, they won't always be hidden behind these doors. Although it has just occurred to me that this door is designed very much like the ones in Doom 1 and 2. It's not actually occurred to me until right now. You can take a hike. But yeah, that's actually kind of awesome. But moving on, not going to grab that because it would be a waste in my opinion. We want to jump up on here, hopefully not die. Okay, here we go. And here's the lever.
You will have a seat alongside them, just as I will, in what will become the new world that they create for us. Starting.
Her talking ability is rather OP, isn't it? Anyways, as I said in the previous segment, this is the first level of Doom 1, as it was meant to appear here. This is like that room with the, well, I mean, if you've played Doom 1, I don't even need to say anything else. But yeah, there's not much here. There's just the 2 enemies, random dead marine. There's a single armor pickup, which I can't even pick up because I'm maxed out on armor. But aside from that, that's really all that there is to the classic map here. And we will have access to that later on. I do plan on playing through all of the classic maps in this LP. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to pace that out though. I might just throw them all at the end of the LP after I'm done with the main game. I might also just like consider them like separate to the main LP itself, and then just upload a classic level with each main level that I complete. Let's see. Can I get my favorite glory kill in again? No, not quite. I took to him from too far to the side. Running a bit low on ammo. Let's get some headshots on these guys. Oh, hang on. Shells. Also get the fuck back away from there. And he's just going to fall apart. I don't get those mechanics. I mean, when you blow an enemy to pieces, they're not supposed to, like, just fall apart after a couple of seconds. I'm not entirely sure how that's supposed to work, but whatever. This should be the last enemy, unless there's one other one somewhere. Yeah, he's on the other side. And he'll get blown to pieces. And that takes care of all the demons. Now, there is actually an area just up here. As far as I'm aware, like, it's not a secret, because I've already been to all of the secrets in the game. I mean, in this level. But, and I think the only way you can even get there to begin with is by using the jumping boots, which you don't get until, I think, like, the 5th area. But there is one other thing that we can do. We can hit this button, and I think there's a data pad here somewhere, which is actually somewhat interesting. I'd like to bring this one up, because if we have a look in here, it says, any new suggestions to improve work environment, blah, blah, blah. Please submit suggestion form WAD E1M4 to your command controller. So, there's your second Doom 1 reference there in this episode, in this segment. E1M4 obviously being the map code to teleport to the command control level in the first game. Anyways, we don't need any ammo. I think all we have in here is some armor, which we need, and I think that's about it. Down here we have 2 new things, which is this, which you use, they're one-time use, and they will completely fill your health up. I don't need it right now because I'm only 5 points short. In there is a hidden room with an elite guard, and over here we have the chainsaw. I'm just going to completely ignore that UAC spokesperson, whoever the hell it is, and just draw attention to the change that the chainsaw has experienced in its usefulness. As you can see, there is an ammo counter for it. And in order to bring it up, I believe it's G? Yeah. G key on this, I believe it's like Y on the Xbox. But its purpose is not to just run around and willy-nilly and smash things with it, or tear them up, as the case may be. Instead, you want to wait until you've got like low health and low ammo and shit, and then use it. Because when you take the chainsaw to an enemy, like what I'm about to do here, it drops a shitload of ammo for you to use and pick up. So they're not quite as useful in the back end, because they do drop multiple different kinds of ammo for weapons that you probably don't even have. That's a nice little combo attack. Blast them with a grenade and then open the fire with a buckshot, because they got that other fellow staggered really quickly. And there goes all my armor, because for some reason I keep getting hit. Anyways, over there is the tank of gas, which you need to fill up the chainsaw. When you kill enemies like the imp, it'll only use up 1 unit of ammo, of fuel. Other bigger ones that you'll come across later on in the game will take more. Up to about 5, I think, for a man cubus. Anyways, yellow key is needed here. And this is going to show us where the hell we find our yellow key, because it's attached to this fellow. And he's just going to waltz his way into another door that we have no access to, and that other room with the lead guard in it we have no access to. So this area is pretty much like, this opening area is pretty much linear. You're pretty much only allowed to go where the game is telling you to go. But once you've gotten to a certain point, then it really just opens right up for you. Now, obviously, you don't want to get caught up in there, because then you will die a very, very horrible death. And just in here, I don't think this counts as a secret. If it did, it would have told me that I found a secret when I picked up that armor, because I'm pretty sure that's the point of the secret to begin with. And then if we jump on down here, I think I got somebody knocking at the door. I will just hope that they are assuming that I'm recording or something like that, and then they can come back later. Okay then. She did hear exactly what I said. She was just ensuring that I was awake. Thankfully I am. Thankfully, though, I dropped the gain level on this microphone, so that shouldn't be heard, because it did come from behind a closed door. And down here, we have another gore nest. I've not actually introduced people to the gore nest, because I was in the middle of talking about something else in the previous segment. But I'm pretty sure these things have already explained themselves. You just find one, you rip the thing out, and then it triggers a whole bunch of enemies to come in. I always go here because when I saw the gameplay demo just before the game came out, that was the first enemy that I'm pretty sure that was the first enemy that the player got rid of. Anyways, running low on ammo here. I'm pretty sure there are ammo pickups just sort of lying around here stationary. Yeah, here they are. Okay. Now let's actually get rid of these enemies. It's also just occurred to me that I should probably remember how to throw my frag grenade, because I've actually forgotten how to throw that frag grenade of mine. That works. That works just as well. Oh, hello. I picked up the health and then took the damage. That's why I didn't seem to gain that much in the way of health there. Oh well, that's not a big deal, because it's just a matter of getting a couple of glory kills in and I can get the health back. And save that health pickup for a little bit later in case I'm in a really shitty situation, which I don't think I will be in. Okay. The foreshadowing there was brilliant. Almost ran out of time on that one. No, you're a bit too close for comfort there. Is that all of them? Oh no, there's just the one more fellow. There's another good glory kill. I can't remember if I've shown that one off yet. Oh, we'll get that out of the way. 3 shells left, unfortunately. Also, there's the guy with the yellow key, and of course, he's walking straight in the direction of the elevator. I don't think we need a rocket scientist to work out that that's where he's going. Which actually reminds me of another thing I had yet to actually explain here. I'm playing this on Ultra Violence mode. I was debating whether or not I wanted to go with Ultra Violence or Nightmare on this one. Only reason I was going with Ultra Violence is because if I play on Nightmare, I'm going to die a lot, and that's just going to add to the recording time and all the bloody stuff I've got to cut out and shit like that, and it's probably going to have a really bad effect on my commentary. So anyways, here we have another combat support drone. I'm actually going to come back later, because there are 2 new weapons that you can get in this level, and I want to get a mod for one of those weapons instead. In the meantime, though, we'll go ahead and grab our yellow key. And then blow that guy's head off. We'll have to come back here once we unlock a whole bunch of the areas in this area, which we need the yellow key for, because there are actually 2 doors that require the yellow key. One of which is, of course, optional, and we need to jump our way back over here in order to find it. Because this cracks open a whole bunch of secrets that we can explore for stuff, like that one over there with the elite guard in it that I've talked about twice. So there's a new kind of ammo, reflective to the fact that we are getting a new weapon in this level. So we want to hit this, and then it opens up a whole bunch of areas in this pathway that we just took. So we'll start off in this secret, and that's our 3rd secret for the level. So we have all 3 challenges done for this level, which is always nice. Are there any more enemies? Yeah, just a imp, which is now a pile of indeterminable chunks or whatever. And then here we have one of the reasons this is a good secret, in the form of a elite guard to yield onto us a Praetor token. And then up here, we have the plasma gun, whose design is not that far removed from the one in Doom 3, which was a bit funky and a bit ugly looking, so I can't say I like this that much, unfortunately. So, kick this in, and it takes us back here. And the only thing we need to do is just jump on down here and ride the elevator again. Now, how many... Okay, there's just the one field drone in this level, unfortunately. So, if I get the I'm actually not entirely sure if I'm going to be getting the mod for this weapon or the other weapon. I might get it for this weapon, because the mods for this one are actually not too bad. But there is a mod for the other weapon that I really want to get, because it's really awesome to have, especially when you have all the perks for it unlocked. Anyways, speaking of mods, we can either go with the Heat Blast or the Stun Bomb. The Stun Bomb fires off a ball that will stun the crap out of enemies. It only makes sense. Heat Blast is a bit weird though. I've never actually used it myself. You just shoot it and it will build up a shit ton of heat, and then eventually you'll be able to build up enough to use the secondary fire, and it shoots a blast wave. So again, like, I've never really used this that much. The Stun Bomb though is absolutely brilliant. I'm gonna go ahead and take it, and I will, because the next level has one of these like right near the start, so it's not, I don't have to wait that long to get the mod that I'm looking for. So over here there's another area with, I think, just a whole bunch of, the whole point of it's just to get through here because it gets us access to that other room. And in here we have some health, armor, ammo, second of the 3 elite guards. I can't remember where the third one is though. I think it's just a little bit later on. Actually, yeah, I remember now. And then we can open up this area.